So I grew up in Washington, D.C. until I was about 8, and then moved to Iran, and then moved to California. And I kind of bounced around Northern California until we settled in San Jose. Being in San Jose in the 80s, we were basically living in one of the skateboard meccas of the world. A lot of pros and sponsored AMs lived around there, cabs from there, Corey O'Brien, Jeff Hedges, Mike Yusufer, Joe Spolero, John Fabriker, Ray Barbie. I kind of had this thought in my mind that if I could get Stacy Peralta to like figure out that I exist on planet Earth, then I would have a shot at having a skateboarding career. My friends Tom and Mike Miller, we had built a mini ramp in their backyard, and at the time there were only 6 of us that were allowed to skate it. Occasionally, like, cab would come over, pros would come over. It was insane. They were gods at the time, like skate gods. So me and Cab ended up connecting. He wanted to street skate. This evolved. Stacy had come up to film him for public domain. We just went out with them skating one day, and Stacy asked us if we would ride for a pal, be on the Bones Brigade. I think I still see you. You know, it took me a long time to figure out how to transition out of being a pro skateboarder to, you know, having my own business, which I've always wanted to do. Gatorade, that was the first business that I tried to start post-skateboarding, like, professional career. And we were joking, really, about how there should be a beverage that's like Gatorade, but it's full of Advil. Skateboarding can be very painful at times. You know, you gotta have some Advil to help with the pain. We worked with Shepard Fairey to design all the packaging. We were able to get into all the big distributors, and we had 120 gas stations in Southern California. We'd shipped a container to Australia. It was fun. Skatebook came out of Mike Ballard just approaching me, wanting to essentially take all this photography that exists, and it still exists, amateurs, pros, whatever, they take all these photos and then no one ever sees them. The idea was to really get the backstory behind like very iconic moments or eras in skateboarding, essentially chronicle everything that was happening peripherally around like an iconic moment or event. The idea was to sort of just get the peripheral story behind that. The other thing with Skatebook was that we really wanted to give it away. The idea was that our advertisers would get an allotment of the books to use at retail to drive sales to skate shops, so it was a gift with purchase product. I think it would still be around if the economy didn't hinder its existence. I ended up going to New York to house sit for a friend. Just being in Williamsburg at the time and all over Manhattan, I just really loved the concept of walk down the street, pop into a pizza place, grab a slice and go. I just thought there's nothing like that in LA, and definitely nothing like that right here in my neighborhood. So I just was like, I'm gonna go for it. I've always wanted to have my own skateboard company, but I never wanted to make skateboards. I want to make something different. And I just think of Pizzanista as a skateboard brand. Price, my wife, and I, we were just texting one another back and forth, and Black Pizza, you know, it was like Black Sabbath, a Stairway to Pizza, or I don't know, we just started like this dialogue through text message. I don't know, Creeping Pizza. It was all like Metallica, Slayer, The Clash. She texted me back and said Pizzanista, and I was like, oh my God, that's it. Immediately did a search to see if there was a URL, pizzanista.com, and some guy in Santa Barbara owned it. We called him up and said, hey, we'd like to buy that from you, and he sold it to us. We were able to trademark the name and all that. It's my wife and my brother-in-law and myself. We have a really great dynamic. I really rely on Price, my brother-in-law Roby, to make this thing work. I work in the shop every day from 10 to 2 in the store. I'll really be spending a lot of time in Long Beach because we're opening a new store down there, hopefully August 2015. We decided on Long Beach because I feel like our people are there. Skateboarders, musicians, artists, young people, and it's affordable, it's more working class, and we really like Long Beach. Every business has to figure out how to stay in business and differentiate itself, and one of the things that we've done and that we love to do, and it's part of our expression, is we work with other brands to do collaborations.